Bella Venezia, we are taking an Italian gondola ride.
That means the travel guys are in Venice, Italy, next.
Travel Guys is brought to you by Flight Center. 145 stores across Canada and online at flightcenter.ca.
Buongiorno, I'm Jim Gordon.
Buongiorno, I'm Darren Parkman.
And we are the Travel Guys.
This is pretty cool. We are in one of the most beautiful and charming cities in the entire world. It's Venice, Italy. Behind us, the Venetian Regatta.
Coming up, we'll take a romantic gondola ride through the canals of the city.
That better be separate gondolas, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We will hobnob with Venetian royalty at an honest-to-goodness Venetian palace.
Yeah. And we'll take a little trip to the Villanova Winery.
Arrivederci, ciao, stick around. By the way, why are we wearing suits here?
It's Italy. Go with it.
All right. Like a lot of cities in Europe, Venice has some incredible architecture. Behind us, the overwhelming bell tower and Church of St. Marco.
Yeah, now if you look just above the entrance to the church, you'll see 4 bronze horses that were brought to Venice by Marco Polo. My God, there's a lot of pigeons in this
a lot of pigeons
San Marco Piazza.
You know, the funny thing is, they actually give the pigeons birth control pills here to try and control the population.
Really?
It's not working, though, is it?
Clearly not.
There's lots of them here.
Venice, the city, has a population of only 271,000 and is located in northern Italy. Now, it's got a bunch of different names. It's known as the Queen of the Adriatic, the City of Water, and the City of Light. Everyone who visits Venice or lives here is aware that the city is actually sinking. The flooding takes place regularly between November and March. Now, the odd thing is there's only 20 plumbers in the city. Well, I got to tell you, the architecture is just unbelievable here, isn't it?
What?
So the architecture is really amazing here.
Hey, you don't have to shout, I heard you. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
Right. There is so much to see in this ancient, beautiful city, and obviously their main industry is tourism. Now, Venice has about 50,000 tourists a day. 15 million people visit this city every year.
Boy, I'm really getting overcome by emotion here. Just the romance of it all. Just, wow. Gondola, gondola, gondole, gondola, gondole, un ingresning.
Ti diverti?
Dean Martin, Al Martino, Marcello Mastroianni.
No, non ti diverti?
That's all I got, actually.
Hello? Hello?
For whatever reason you come to Venice, it is clearly, undoubtedly, the most beautiful city built by man and a great place to enjoy a glass of wine.
Well, this is actually kind of cool. This nondescript little entrance in front of us here is the entry to one of the most famous watering holes in the entire world.
Are we going to do more drinking?
Yes, we are. Wow. Check it out. Well, when you're in Venice, you got to stop at world-famous Harry's Bar, and that's where we are right now.
That's right, buddy. This is the first of many Harry's, opened in 1931. Do you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's very, very cramped, but one thing we're trying right now is the Bellini, of course, huh?
This was actually invented right here at Harry's Bar, the Bellini. It's not cheap, but it's delicious.
Cheers.
This is one of those places, if you're in Venice, you got to be here. It's really crowded, but also very, very cool. It's got a cool atmosphere in it.
It does, actually. We should say one big association with this place is Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway, who used to hang out here.
He did, eh?
Yeah.
He hung out a lot in Europe, didn't he?
Hang out, wrote a lot of good books, but he also drank a lot, too.
Drank a share of Bellinis,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Cheers.
To Harry's Bar.
To Harry's Bar.
Harry's Bar.
Yeah. And Bellini's.
Cheers. To Bellini's. To Bellini's.
To Bellini.
You know, Venice is a city full of romance, and for just a few seconds, I too felt like I was in love, until I was taken back to my own table. Well, now Parkman and I are at another great establishment here in Venice. It's Del Forne. Now, you have to wait months to get a reservation to get in here. And, buddy, we're having a great time here tonight.
We are, and you know, when you're in Italy, you got to block out about 3 to 4 hours for every meal.
right, yeah.
We're on course number 7 here, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
And you know what's amazing, though? We both discovered that you're never hungry here because you're always eating.
You're not. And by the way, who are these people?
We joined a table of 18. They don't know who we are. So.
Yeah, we just sat down arbitrarily.
Anyway, great food. Coming up after the break, we'll leave Venice and head to the world-famous Tenuta Villanova Winery.
You know, Tuscany is not the only prolific grape-growing region in Italy. We are now about an hour and a half from the city of Venice at the beautiful Tenuta Villanova vineyards.
That's right, buddy. In this Friuli region, they make great wines, and Villanova is no exception. Now, you know, this vineyard's been here since 1499.
It's unbelievable, the history in this region, and they actually pick all the grapes by hand the old-fashioned way. Well, since we're here at Villanova, we thought we'd get into the spirit of things and actually do a little harvesting by hand ourselves. We got these sharp tools here.
Careful.
Careful with those, yes.
The grapes we're going to pick are Sauvignon Blanc, and we've been drinking lots of that, so now we're going to see where the grapes are before they go into those bottles that we've been drinking lots of.
Are we getting paid for this work?
No, we don't want to get paid.
Of course
We're doing it because we love the wine.
We'll get paid in wine. Well, we're actually out here with the pickers right now. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
We're actually working ourselves here. Hang on, let me just cut a bit. Cut these off here. Look at that. I got me some right here, huh? Look at that.
It just never ceases to amaze me, the talent you show on this.
Oh yeah,
this
well
show.
you try.
Well, I got a leaf here too, actually. You know, and by the way, I want to point out that Darren Parkman's the only one wearing dress shoes in the entire picking group. Look at that.
Was that a bad idea? Was that a bad idea to wear
shoes,
dress shoes?
That might have been a bad idea, yeah. Dress
Wearing
shoes
these.
in the vineyard. He's
Yes.
that classy.
No,
let's
that
get shot.
makes more
That's
sense.
better.
Look at
See,
that.
this
That
is
makes
what
more
you gotta
sense.
do.
Yes. That makes a lot more sense.
Very nice. Well, Parkman and I have had a full, exhausting 35 minutes of picking grapes, and we're very, very proud. But now it's time to call it a day.
You know, I'm not used to this manual labor. I'm really not.
How now people do it.
But I feel like while we were here, we did connect with the workers out here in the field, and I'm going to say goodbye to them, yeah. Arrivederci, everybody. Arrivederci. See that? They love us. I knew it. They love us.
That's actually never happened to us before. Well, after working hard picking grapes in the fields for a half hour, Darren and I decided to take a tour of the Villanova estate. But of course, because we're in wine country, every tour has to end with a sampling of the wine.
Well, this is kind of neat. There's actually a genuine piece of war history here on the hills high above the Villanova estate.
That's right. All along the hills here, you'll find a number of World War I bunkers, and we should go check it out, actually. It looks pretty wild.
This is huge, this bunker. Wow.
A lot of construction. Come.
Gotta tell you, I always pictured bunkers, war bunkers, as being like little pillboxes on the side of a hill. This thing is massive.
Yeah, and hard to believe, after all these decades, they're still relatively in good shape. Cheers, everybody, to drinking wine in the vineyard where it was created.
Made with these very grapes in my hands.
Hey, those aren't your grapes. Put them back.
Oh, these are mine. Man, these Sauvignon Blanc grapes are delicious. They're really sweet.
They're surprisingly sweet. Yeah, I know that. You got a little thing on the side of your mouth.
I do?
Yeah.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
We are here with Villanova Vice President Primo De Luca. Now, Primo, there's an amazing history here at this estate. Tell us a little bit about it.
The Villanova history starts April the 5th in 1499, 510 years ago. The Stenuta is now on the 511th harvest in their history.
I'm standing beside James Hubert. He's with the wine group, and we love these guys too because they're the ones responsible for bringing the wine into North America. What do you want to convey to our viewers who are looking at maybe trying some new wines in Canada?
This wine represents, to Primo's point, great history, terroir, tradition, and ultimately great winemaking. And we're very pleased to represent Villanova in North America. We've targeted 6 key cities, and we're excited about the early reaction to it and reception of it, and it seems like it'll work out quite nice.
This is the best wine I've ever had in my life. What are we drinking here, James? This is great.
Well, we're glad you're enjoying it. We're drinking a 2007 Merlot, Isonzo Merlot. This area is actually typically known for its whites, its aromatic whites, Pinot Grigio. But we also make some terrific red wines, principally Merlot.
You know, I've said it before, but what the heck, I'll say it again. This really is the best wine I've ever tasted. Did you see that glint?
You know, you really should see a dentist about that. What are we drinking now? It's spectacular.
Well, we're drinking the 2008 Friuli Isonzo Pinot Grigio. It's of tremendous quality, we believe.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Salute.
You know, some of the best food I've ever had in my life has been in Italy, and tonight is no exception.
Hang on.
Come on, chew.
Thank you.
This is TV here. Come on.
Back here at the Villanova Estates, we're actually better dressed this time. And what are we eating here?
Delicious steak with red wine from Villanova.
We're enjoying a great time here, and actually, you know what? I think the only thing that's is maybe missing is us maybe getting up and singing.
You know what? I think we've got the wherewithal and the get up and go to do it. I really do.
For once, I'm going to agree with you.
Oh, the shark bait has such teeth there.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
And now Mac Heath spins just like a sailor.
Your love made it well worth waiting.
Now that Mackie
For someone
back in town.
like I gotta find a woman here.
Look out, old Mackie's back.
You.
Thank you very much. God bless. Drive safely, everybody.
Thank you. You're very kind. We'll leave now. Good night.
And now it's time for a little thing we like to call Jim and Darren Meet the People.
Or as it's also known, approaching total strangers that would normally ignore us. Let's get going.
You've just arrived here in Venice. What are your thoughts so far? Do you love this city?
It's so wonderful. I don't know how to explain.
Where are you from?
France.
France. Okay, you've got a pretty nice country as well.
What's the best thing about Venice in your opinion?
La place Saint-Marc est belle, mais il y a tellement d'autres choses moins touristiques et beaucoup plus belles.
Ken?
Plus belles.
No idea what he just said, but I'm sure. Yeah. In English?
Oh, I don't speak English.
How long are you in Venice?
Just today.
Me and Mollier speak English, mais
I sense a language barrier here. That means you can't buy me a drink then if you're only here for one day, right?
My husband.
Is it okay? Boy, that was bad timing. Okay. Now that line doesn't work like it used to.
How you liking the gelato?
In a gelato, so... Ah, it's good, thank you. Yeah.
It looks delicious.
Very good. You want some?
Yeah, can I have some?
Yeah.
Thank you. Mucho delicioso.
You guys are Americans. What are you thinking so far about Venice? Beautiful city, huh?
It's absolutely gorgeous. Breathtaking.
I'm here for the architecture. I think it set the tone for the Renaissance and everything after that as well.
What's your favorite thing about Venice?
I don't like it so much.
You don't like it so much? Why not?
No, because it's a lot of people. It's very crowded, and you have to be very careful not to walk on somebody.
That's true. It's very crowded here. So have you actually walked on somebody by mistake?
Yes.
That must have hurt them.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I just realized, so you're never hungry when you're here, are you? Because they're always feeding you.
I just paid $31 for a pizza.
Boy, oh boy, that better have been one damn good pizza, huh? Well, the thing I find is if you just drink enough wine, I don't even know what I'm throwing on the table money-wise, so it's fine, actually.
That's an excellent goatee you have. Very nice.
Yes.
The chicks are going to dig this. Oh, yeah.
Well, even in Venice, they get traffic jams.
It's like the LA freeway in rush hour, isn't it? Wow, look at that.
So, buddy, we've been here a couple days. Your thoughts on Venice?
Got to tell you, I've seen pictures of it before, but I never imagined it would actually be like this. Basically, every single street is made of water. Yeah. If you don't have a boat in Venice, you're in trouble, basically. But it's, probably the most unique city I've ever seen. I really love it. I love the culture, the feel of everything. What's your take on it, sir?
You know what? You and I are often asked your favorite destination all the years we've been doing the show. I would say this is becoming my favorite spot we've been ever.
You said that about Winnipeg, though.
No, I'm being sincere this time.
This time you're being sincere.
I'm very sincere. No,
That's a refreshing change.
I know. It's beautiful, though. I love this city.
It is. Boy, it's shocking how narrow the streets are here, isn't it?
It sure is.
Wow.
And you really owe it to yourself to actually get a map of the city if you come here.
That actually would have been a good idea. I do believe that we are lost right now, sir.
You know what? Don't worry about it. The search team will find us soon. We're the only two guys wearing suits.
I've noticed that, actually. Well, my friend, this is pretty unbelievable. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're actually inside a palace here in the heart of Venice.
That's right, pal. Now, the owner is Signora Grossi. She's the head of the Villanova wine family, and the reason we're here today is for the city's big regatta festival.
And I think the fact that we were actually invited here and didn't have to crash this party, I think speaks well to how classy we've become.
You really think that, do you?
I'm going with that.
Okay.
Salute.
Salute.
Well, it's just another afternoon of dining at the palace.
That's right. You know, and one thing we don't do in our country, which I love about this country, is you take about 3 hours for lunch.
You really do. A lot of courses and hopefully a lot more wine as well.
Yes. And we still have dinner.
We do.
We don't get many opportunities to actually be in a palace. It's 4 floors.
In fact, this is the only opportunity we've ever had, actually.
Yeah. Just amazing, though.
It really is. It's chock full of unbelievable antiques and priceless paintings. It's like a museum in a lot of ways, isn't it?
It is.
Incredible. I got to say, this regatta here in downtown Venice is way more impressive than I even imagined. You really get a sense of the tradition of Venice and Italy, and you notice all the locals in the entire city have turned out for this event. It's a big deal. It really is.
And it just struck me after watching this for about an hour that this is like the Rose Bowl parade, only on water.
It pretty much is. It's even more impressive.
Yeah.
Gli amici del tropico, gli artigiani.
This is actually kind of surreal. We're here in downtown Venice in a Venetian palace watching an amazing water regatta. It's a pretty good gig, this travel show, isn't it?
And we're also actually eating really well and drinking lots of great Villanova wine in between watching this show.
Man, I am getting into the spirit of the city. I can feel it in my pores. Hey mambo, a mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, a mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, a mambo Italiano.
Okay, I've got about 25 euros to give you if you stop singing that song for the entire time we're in this city.
Make it 30 and you've got a deal.
This is the best investment I have ever made.
We have a couple of wine experts here with us. We have from the Sterling Club in Las Vegas, the wine director of that club. It's Ramon Triay. What do you think so far of the wines here in Italy? Because we've been sampling some good stuff, haven't we?
You know, you have to understand what's behind it, what's behind every single bottle of wine, and then you taste it. I mean, there's no words to describe it.
What does it take to become a wine expert? Years and years of training?
It's just you got to taste and taste, you know, sample and sample, you know, day in and day out.
That would mean that I am already a wine expert. Thanks, buddy. We're with William Willie Scher, who is the wine director at the fabulous Oriole restaurant at the even more spectacular Mandalay Bay Hotel. There's like 200,000 wines out there from which to choose in America. And we've been drinking this Villanova. I'm loving it. What are your thoughts on how it's going to do over there?
Well, the Villanova Pinot Grigio is much richer than other Pinot Grigios. I mean, they intentionally made it more complex, more rich. It's not your everyday watery Pinot Grigio. It just has a lot more flavor.
Let's do another cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
You know, when you're in Venice, you have to take a romantic gondola ride. We're here with our friends. I'm not sure they consider it romantic, but I know I do, and that's important.
Yes, I can't speak for them, but what's great about them is they don't speak English, so...
They don't have a chance to hate us. Well, the gondola ride is really relaxing through these canals, isn't it? And I love how fancy the gondolas are. Look at these big honking gold horses on the sides.
Yeah, and this is really the best way to see this city, from the water, looking up the architecture, the history. It's amazing.
Everything looks like a movie set here, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Well, these bridges are pretty darn low, aren't they?
Get quite a workout if you're one of the guys operating these boats, huh?
He has to lay down on the bow here, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Or is that the stern?
I say the back of the boat.
Back of the boat. Boy, this really is beautiful and romantic. I'm so glad we could share this together. Why am I not connecting? Why am I not connecting? Why am I not connecting with people? What's wrong with me?
This city and you, quite beautiful. I still got it.
Well, we've had a fabulous time here in Bella Venezia, but it's time for us to say arrivederci.
That's right, pal. But before we leave, as we always do, let's check out Jim and Darren's top 5 coolest things about Venice.
Number 5.
Enjoying one of the best meals we've ever had at the Villanova Winery.
The only thing missing is a little self-indulgent singing, don't you think?
I don't think we need that.
Oh, yes, we do. Watch.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
And now Mac Heath spins just like a sailor.
Number 4.
Spending the afternoon in an actual 500-year-old Venetian palace. Cheers. Do we have a butler here?
I don't think so.
Number 3, earning a day's pay the old-fashioned way. Picking grapes by hand here at Villanova.
I don't know if that was a full day's work. We were out here 35 minutes.
Number 2. Hanging out at the original, world-famous Harry's Bar, home of the Bellini.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And the number 1 coolest thing about Venice.
It's got to be taking a romantic gondola ride in Bella Venezia.
We'll see you next time on The Travel Guys.
There wasn't a lot of romance I noticed, though. Did you notice that?
Not on their part, no.
No.
Travel Guys has been brought to you by Flight Center. 145 stores across Canada and online at flightcenter.ca.
Like a lot of cities in Europe, Venice has some incredible architecture. There's a kid right in the shot here.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
That's for the funny reel. That's for the funny reel at the end.